Manchester United ace Rasmus Hojlund has been handed the ultimate backhanded compliment. Man Utd striker Rasmus Hojlund was unhappy with the rough treatment he received while on international duty this week. For a side that is already experiencing an injury crisis, the last thing Manchester United wanted to see was their star striker also picking up a knock on international duty this week. Thankfully, Rasmus Hojlund looks to have come through the break unscathed, but the rough treatment he received against San Marino on Tuesday night was certainly plenty of cause for concern. The 20-year-old took to social media after the match to criticize the physical behavior of San Marino players, even accusing them of trying to injure him during the match. Danish defender Simon Kjær shared similar sentiments when he criticized match officials for their involvement in the encounter and said they should have done more to shield his team from their opponent's aggressive tactics. This accusation was denied by San Marino players, particularly defender Roberto Di Maio, who was shown a yellow card when he mistimed a challenge for the ball and ended up kneeing Hojlund in the back. "I would have liked to see you 15 years ago when only real men played football. You were a disappointment, Hojlund. Good luck," he wrote on social media as the saga took another turn. It remains to be seen what will happen next, but one thing is for sure. Hojlund will have to get used to the physical treatment directed at him and view it as a backhanded compliment to how threatening he is. While it is certainly not nice to see such an aggressive defense focused on any opponent, the reason San Marino resorted to it was because they simply couldn't deal with his unique threat otherwise. There is also an irony in Di Maio's outdated calls for Hojlund to "man up" when he cowardly targeted his back as a possible weak point, given the striker's recent injury concerns there. With the United forward clearly the most dangerous threat on the Danish side, his card was marked from the get-go as the San Marino defenders looked to limit his movement and frustrate him in the process. It takes a good defender to be able to subdue a striker with the sheer physicality of Hojlund, and a great one who can cope with that as well as his lightning speed. He had already demonstrated this lethal combination when he peeled off a defender at the near post and rifled a ferocious shot into the roof of the net to give his side the lead on Tuesday night. Hojlund was clearly upset with the rough tackles he was on the receiving end of, some of which could have carried a harsher punishment, and it seems understandable that he felt unprotected by the officials. The United forward has already missed 3 matches through injury this season, and at such a young age, the key to fulfilling his huge potential could hinge on his fitness, which takes both a bit of luck and protection from referees. He was well within his rights to hit out at his opponents after the match, but the best way to do his talking is on the pitch, just as he did with his well-taken goal on Tuesday night. 5 years ago, legendary referee Pierluigi Collini urged UEFA officials to clamp down on dangerous fouling in football and outline their duty to protect players from injuries that could ruin their careers. "We need to have players playing, so they must be protected on the field," said the Italian. "We do not want situations where a player's future is put in doubt because of serious injury caused by a challenge, whether it is intentional or unintentional, and the player making the challenge is taking a risk of causing injury. While injury might well be an occupational hazard, there is clearly still work to be done before players can feel protected on the pitch, especially given the unsustainable number of matches they are now expected to play across a season." The treatment of Hojlund shows just how much of a threat he is.